Hey friends, welcome to the session 3. Now, in the session 3, we are going to talk about the modified tools. So, in the modified tools, we have a lot of modified tools. So, one part of the modified tools is move, copy. These are general commands in all tools, all softwares, but we will see specifically to Revit. So, we have paste, we have create similar, rotate, mirror and array. These are small tools, modified tools that we will see in this session. So we first go through the move tool. Now move is, as you know, the elements can be displaced by a specific distance. In Revit there are three methods for using the move. Now move by dragging. Dragging is you can pick the mouse. As you see on the screen, you can pick the mouse. And by pressing the mouse, you can drag the walls to a new position. So that is move by dragging. So one more method will be move by arrow keys. So what is move by arrow keys is, you can see that there are 4 keys in the keyboard: the up, the down, the left and the right arrow keys. When you select an element, as you see in the screen, and press the left arrow key or the right arrow key, the element will move accordingly. Either up and down arrow key will move the element by up and down element. So the next will be your move by move tool. So in the move tool, you can use the move command using the element tab, modify panel move, where you can specify the distance by dragging the cursor, by specifying the distance here, say 3 foot, and then the object gets moved. It is not exactly move as you see in other tools, because it will get elongated, because the elements are attached to each other. So this is move. So let us see in the Revit how the move tool is done. So now, as I told you, the modify tools doesn't come by default here. So when you select an element in this way, the modify tab appears. Here the modify tab appears, and then the modify tools come into this portion, or sometimes it may be here. Okay, so you can see the commands called move. So the shortcut is MV. You can use by dragging is you just pick the mouse, pick the element, press the mouse, and you can drag in this way. So this is how one method is done. The next method would be using the arrow keys. So I am pressing the arrow keys. If you want to move right or left, press the right or left arrow key, so it will move by some measurement. Okay. The third method will be the move command. Select the element. So now, without selecting the element, suppose you want to use the modify commands. So click the modify tab. Here you will be able to see the commands, but you will not be able to do the action. So whenever you select only the object, you can do it. So select move by. Now these are the snaps by default. So we will see about the snaps later on. So all the snaps are switched on by default. You can see the endpoint. So pick the point from which you want to move. Maybe it is a midpoint. Catch the point, click on the point, drag your mouse, and you type the value. It is saying 0.7. Say if you want to move by 1 or 0.9, type the value by 0.9 and press an enter. So the object gets moved. Okay. Next, similarly, next we have the copy command. Now copy, as you know, it is similar to move, except that it creates a copy of the selected element and allows us to paste. Okay, so with multiple, you want multiple copies. By default only a single copy is done. If you want multiple copies, then you have to check the multiple option in the options box. So let us do the copy in the screen. So select the element, or suppose you want to copy this, select the whole elements. Okay, select the whole element. Here you have the copy. Click the copy. You can say CO also as a shortcut. And if you want to click multiple, it will create multiple copies. Otherwise, it will create only a single copy of it. So currently I'm not using this multiple, and you can say from base point, which point you want to copy, then drag your mouse and place the cursor where you want to copy. So this is how the copy is done. So next we go for, so I'm just removing it. So next we go for the rotate option. So rotate is similar. Before rotate we have something called create similar, and a specific tool. It is same as copy, but with a small difference. The element properties are copied also. So for example, a door with same parameters, you want to create a similar door kind of a thing. Like suppose there's a D1 which is of a 3-foot door, 3 by 7-foot door. Now it has some properties. So that same 3-foot door has to be copied with the same parameters. Then you can use create similar. So how the create similar works is, say I need to copy this, or let us create a wall again. So say wall, it has some properties. It's a partition wall. Okay, now when I select it, so press escape to come out of the command, select it, right click, then you will have the create similar button here. So create similar, so it will automatically create it. You are not able to see it, but when it's a door, it is on the overlapping that, so that is why we are not able to see it. Okay, create similar. The next will be your rotate command. As you know, the rotate command changes the orientation of an element around an axis. So you can change specify the value. So either you can do it graphically, or you can do it uh, numerically. So both are possible. And again, there is a copy option in the rotate button. So rotate copy option, the rotate command. So rotate while you copy, or copy while you rotate. So that is also possible. So rotate changes the orientation of the element around an axis by an angle. So let's see how it is done in this tool. Now here I have a small wall which I want to rotate it. Since we have not learned the other elements, so the modify command is being taught in the wall. But this modify commands are general commands which can be used for any element, say furniture, anything, any element. So these are the common tools, so which you may require. So we are teaching in the walls element. So rotate, click that. Now as you see, the options bar has come here. So you can specify it numerically. If you want, type the angle 90. Okay, when you type the angle 90, and you can click on the screen. Okay, this is done numerically or graphically. So what I am doing is graphically 90 degrees. So automatically gets rotated. Now when I say here rotate, you can type the value 90. If you want to make a copy of it, you will say copy and specify the angle, say 90. Okay, so you have to click the base point of that axis, and then you can rotate it. So this is how. The one more option is left in this copy or rotation is center of rotation. So when I used a copy, okay, so when I said copy an angle, specified angle, you can even rotate it like this. So it's a 65 degrees and you say 90 degrees. Now this, so what happens is it rotates about the center. Now I can change the center of rotation by using this rotate button, and if you change this place of rotation, then it may not be rotating by the center. So you can move the center of place, clicking the place. I am placing the center of rotation here. Once again, let me just do it. Say rotate. Here we'll say rotate. Place the center of rotation. So I am placing it here. Now you can see that whenever I click, the place has changed, and now you can select by the option to rotate change the orientation of the element. So in this way the rotate will happen. Our next command would be the mirror command. So mirror can be done by two methods. What is mirroring? Is the reflection of the object, selected element. So mirror by pick axis and mirror by draw axis. There are two methods. So when you talk about mirror by pick axis and mirror by draw axis. So you can see that mirror by pick axis is when you have a ready-made axis, already an element is there, you can pick that element as the axis and the object gets mirrored from the left to the right. So the copied door, any element can be mirrored in this way. When you have already an element, you can pick that element as a mirror axis. That is pick axis. Then you have the draw axis. So you don't have an element as a reference. So you can draw a line or you can specify the distance of the mirror by drawing the axis and then asking the object to mirror to your left or the right side as per the requirement. So this is called the mirror. Let us see it on the software. So here, see, I don't have the axis now. Any axis which I don't have it here. So suppose I want to mirror this here, this by or this side. So I have to use select this object. I have to use the option draw axis. So here you see there are two options: a mirror pick axis and mirror draw axis. So pick axis, draw axis, click the option. Now you can select the pick point, and from here you can select and the object gets mirrored. If you want to draw it at a distance, so select the objects in this way, click the mirror draw axis, move the mirror point. Okay, so it is approximately 3, and when you click on the upper part, it gets mirrored. Now the distance between these two objects would be 6 meters, as the mirror axis was 3 meters from here, so same distance will get reflected here. So now this distance between these two objects will be 6 meters. Okay, so this is called the mirror by drawing the axis. Suppose I want to mirror any object by picking the axis. Now let us see which object I want to mirror. Now let us say this wall I want to mirror this side. Okay, so this side has already been mirrored. I want to mirror this object element this side. So I will make this as the axis. So since already it is there, select the element, go to the mirror pick axis. Now pick this center line. So it is highlighting. You can pick the center line of it and you can see the objects get mirrored. Okay. There are one more way of a shortcut of shortening or lengthening this element. You can also use these handles. Now, as you see these handles, you can pick and drag in order to lengthen and shorten any object. So these are called the handles. So next command would be array. Now what is array? Array is creation of linear and radial array of elements. So again it is creating number of copies in one single command. It's called an array. So array is of two types, linear array and the radial array of elements. Now linear array is arranging an element in the row wise and the column wise with a specified distance. Okay, so that is array. So array comes not in place of walls, but when a furniture is placed. So let us place a furniture and define that. So it can be columns. So when I talk about this linear array, you can say a furniture is placed at some specified distance. Okay. So radial array is arranging the objects, elements in a radial fashion, circular manner. Say suppose a dining table is there and the chair you want to place around the dining table. So 5 chairs around the dining table. You need not pick and then rotate. So instead of that, if you pick the center point of the table, automatically the chairs will be arranged. So this is what we are going to see now in the tool. Now let us place a furniture here. Currently I have not taught you furnitures, but let us open some furniture and see how that is done. So I'll say component, place a component. Say some desk is there. So I am placing, let us see what are all available. Tree is there. Okay. So parking space, desk is there. So I am choosing this some kind of a tree. Some kind of a common apple tree. The apple tree is very big. So I want to place array around this building. So I place it first. Now I want to have a number of uh, copies of this object. Okay. Now select the object. Here you have the array button. So array is AR. Click that AR. Now here you have to understand the numbers is already specified, but you can specify it dynamically on the user interface, graphical screen, also drawing area also. And one more thing which you need to understand is second and the last. Now when it is in second, I try to move and specify the distance between the first and the second option. Okay, so the specified distance is 11 meters, and when I click, I have set the distance between the first and the second, which will be taken as a reference for the other objects. So when I click this, it's asking me numbers. So I have set this first and the second distance, and I will say the number 5. So automatically that distance will be taken as a reference and 5 objects will be created. You understood now? The total distance will be 11 into 5. So I have specified the first and the second option. So that is called move to second. If I specify, select it, click array. Now the last option. When you say the last option, so what happens is I specified the distance between the first and the last. So when I want to specify the distance between the first and the last, I am setting it, I am constraining the distance. You can say 33 meters, and if I want, now it's asking the numbers. So the numbers it's asking for me. Now I will say 5. So the total distance 33 will be divided by 5 and the distance between each element will be set now. Okay, I hope you have understood this. Now, similarly, now when I try to array this element, say number, say 3 I'm specifying now. Now you can see that these are grouped into one element. So suppose I want to move this element, you can see that the whole object is moving because it is grouped into one. So when I how do I find out is when you select here, you have the group, edit group. So once I try to do any action, all the three will be moving accordingly in a single fashion. So suppose you want to move only this portion, edit only one part, then you need to ungroup it. Only then you can able to move a single element when you array. So why this happens? Because so when you try to array this, you don't want it to happen, you can have the control of it. Now when you say array, here it is saying group and associate. By default it is checked on. Right? So when it is checked on, so that is why automatically the whole thing is becoming one single group. If that is removed, then every object will be a single element and then you can move it or edit it individually. Okay. Hope this is understood by you. Next we go for this array, radial array. Okay. So in the radial array, this object will be big. So I would like to have a furniture will be the best option. So let us place a furniture. So this is a round table which I have placed. So the diameter is 36 inches. Okay. Now I want to place a chair so that I can array it on it. So let us say one more element which I am placing is a small chair which I am placing. So this is the chair which I am going to place it. Okay. So let us rotate it because the chair is in a wrong position. Now I want to array this around this table. So I can use this option called radial array. Click the radial array. Here the same option is move second and move to last. Okay, so which you have, I hope you have understood. Okay, and center of rotation, now you need to change it because if I try to array, the object will get arrayed around this chair. So now I want to place the center of rotation, move it from here to the dining table midpoint. Okay. So once I move this midpoint, you can see the row number is 3 here and move to second. So let's do it again. Select it, click array. So move the center option to this midpoint. Now the object of the center of rotation has moved. Now I will be arranging, say 4 options, 4 chairs I want to arrange. Now, so from which point? So you have to select the point. Mostly keep it straight. Now it is not perfect because we are not learning. We are learning the tool. So now I try to move this chair at an angle of 60 degrees. So when I click, you can see the number is 4. Suppose you want make it 6 or 7, you can name it. because it says 7 cannot be loaded, so I'll make it 5. So you can see that the chair has been arranged around the table. You could have given 6 also, because it has to rotate and complete the 360-degree circle. So this is how the linear element of linear array and the radial array will work. So if you want to see the 3D option, you can go and click the 3D option here. We have used the same walls, so we have finished the walls here. So once we finish the walls and doors, we'll place the doors, and once we learn all the modified tools, so we will be changing the materials, so at that time it will be more interesting. So thank you friends, I shall stop here with the session 3. So let us continue with the session 4 with all the other modified tools.